Hello there, it's me, Reverend Spirit, Reverend Alicia Leslie from Spirit of Unity Church. Um, Again, I apologize if I'm a little bit blurry. Still, our signal's not really strong out here in the country, so forgive me. And I hope the message is important enough to get past the. I like to call this a soft focus, though, because I don't think my wrinkles show so much. Just saying. Like my new shirt says we move in spiritual warfare, and I ended it with who is the enemy? Because I think if you think about it, you're going to be surprised. Now, you may think at first it's that family member that tap dances on your nerves. You may think it's the Magus. You may think it's uh, Mr. T himself. But I would like to suggest the importance of stepping back to look at the big picture. And one of the things I want to do to prepare us for that is to look at the word enemy, okay? Because enemy, it denotes fighting, like getting back at each other, and somebody winning and somebody losing. If we change that word enemy to adverse, to the adversary, we see that, as I think I talked about this a little bit last night, that an enemy is a somebody gets killed, somebody wins. An adversary is something that is contrary to what we want, what we believe, what we think. And so it pushes against. So it means it's adverse, it's the opposite. So it's a less violent term for the enemy. Okay. So again, we may think it is where it's not. So what we need to do is we need to step back. Every time we step back and get a bigger picture, we have a better understanding of where we are and how to get past it. So we're going to say that the what we're looking for is the adversary, and we have to say, well, is it the maggots? Is it the Trump supporters? Is it the devil? Is it whatever? So, but if we step back, if we're thinking it's a family member, coworker, someone in our circle, and we step back, we're going to see that that person was influenced by something. We are learning more and more day by day that it's not just the outside visible sources that we see, like the so-called news stations that put out propaganda. But when we step back farther, we see that there is a great network of propagandists working at it. So our loved ones and the supporters of the loved ones that are followers of him, they listened to and are influenced by propaganda and propagandists. So we say, well, what's in it for the propagandists? We have to take a step back. If we have to get a bigger picture, and if we get the bigger picture, who or what is motivating these propagandists? Where did they come from? Now, a really important thing that I want you to try to understand is a huge number of them are bots. They're not even people, they're programs that spew out things on their own. They just crawl through the internet and, as it were, through cyberspace, and they plant the seeds all over wherever they can. It goes along with the algorithm. So when you sign on to a website or something, let's say you decided you were looking for, I don't know, uh, uh, toe jam. And so you did a search on toe jam. Next thing you know, you're going to come up with all kinds of remedies for toe jam, what kind of toe jams there are. Can you make toe jam sandwiches, peanut butter, that kind of thing. It's just so the if the propagandists are out there, and a whole bunch of them are people, they have what they call troll farms, and propagandists are spewing out lies, memes, pictures. much of it AI. What are they motivated by? Basically, I'd say they're motivated by money. That's what's in it for them is money. So it's not an emotional thing. They're using the emotions that will stir people and influence them, but they're only in it for the money. Step back further. Where are we now? Who's providing the money? The money is being provided by the one who will get something out of it. And what are they in it for? What are they paying the money for? More money and power. I'm so sorry. I talked a lot tonight, so I'm a little dry. So when we come to power is when we come closest to the adversary. Closest, not necessarily there. Because why does the adversary feel the need for power? Usually it's because they don't feel they are enough. So they fight and connive and do their best to be seen in another way. And another way, and I'm sorry to say it, but it is true, some are pure entitlement. They just want more because they're greedy. They want money, they want power. Yet behind that is the greatest sin, the error that we can be one over another. I was in a group tonight. It was wonderful. And if anybody from the group is watching, yay, it was a group of like minded women who want emotional support from election recovery support. So we were kind of together to just talk about how to support each other and what are you dealing with. And but that's what the real thing is. That's the connection. See, that's unity. Now, I'm not talking about my church right now. I'm talking about the fact that we are all one. So someone who is trying to divide and separate us and have victory over us, they're all in it for themselves. Now, you've heard that a name connected with Trump has been Putin. And then we've got the leader of Venezuela and other people. These are all dictators, more fascist dictators, as I understand it. But they each help each other, take over stuff. But what happens then? Next, somebody else has got to take over somebody else, and somebody else has got to take over somebody else. And who's going to be the king of the hill? There is no king of the hill in a world that works for all. At the core of it, at the bottom of it, it's all about love. See, did you ever notice those mass murderers, the shooters? They're usually loners. They don't belong, they don't fit in. Um, we want to be together. We want to be one. And I hate to tell you this, but in order for us to be one, they have to be apart. We look for truth and light and knowledge and understanding. And this is the real weapon for spiritual warfare. I hope you have a lovely evening, day, whatever, and that I will see you again soon. Until then, bless you and be good and know that I behold the divinity in you.